Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tim here, coming to you with tales of mystery and intrigue, adventure, and romance. Actually, no, but I thought I'd give you a rundown on my Stratocasters so you guys can see the Strats that I have in my collection and the stuff that I use to make music and to play with. So, anyway, here they are. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, this is actually a Stratocaster Partscaster. I purchased this guitar originally on eBay for $52, and that included shipping. I got it at a real dirt cheap price. I bought the guitar because I wanted something that I could tinker with, that I wouldn't be too heartbroken if I messed it up, but it would be a good learning tool for me to learn how guitars are wired and, you know, how to swap out pickups and how to just make adjustments on guitars and everything. It turns out that it's actually a pretty good player, and I've really enjoyed it. I bought the guitar, I guess, around 2011, I think. And throughout the time that I've had it, it's had several different pickup configurations. Currently, it features a EMG set. I've got a 60 in the neck, an SA single coil in the middle position, and an EMG 81 in the bridge. I've also upgraded the saddles on the bridge there to Graphtec, which actually really seems to help keep it stay in tune. I've not really had tuning stability issues at all with this guitar, which is pretty cool. The pick guard obviously was an upgrade on it. The guitar actually, I've affectionately named it Boomstick. It is my +1 Stratocaster, and anybody that's a gamer would get the +1 reference. You kind of understand where that's come from. But I love the old style headstock, like the 60s style big headstock that's on this guitar. And under the current pickup configuration, something else that I really love a lot is the position that activates the middle and the bridge position. The 81 with that SA really creates just a really killer tone in that position. And so, but you never know. I mean, with this guitar, it changes all the time. I'm always tinkering with it and playing with it. So the pickups that are in it at the time of this video may not be the pickups that are in it in another month or two. Alright, this is Raven. I call this guitar Raven, the Mistress of the Muse. It is my 1988 Japanese Fender Stratocaster, and I absolutely love this guitar. The weight is right, the play is right, it feels really good when I play it. For a long time, this has been my #1 go-to guitar, and this is one of those guitars that I hope that I never have to sell, and I never end up in a situation where I have to let it go, because this one's definitely a keeper. When I got this guitar, I actually had a Fender FSR Korean-made Telecaster, and it just didn't do it for me. I just didn't particularly care for the way that it played and the way that it sounded. It was a fine guitar. It wasn't for me. And so I traded a guy on Craigslist the Telecaster for this Strat, and he had already made a few modifications to it. He upgraded the pots in it, and let's see, what else did he do? He threw in some Texas Specials. I didn't really care for the Texas Specials, didn't really like the way that they sounded in the guitar. So I dropped in a single coil set of EMG S pickups. So all three of those are S pickups, bridge, middle, and neck. It's also got a little bit of special wiring in it. The bridge tone control is actually a presence control or a mid boost control, so I can fatten up the mids on this guitar if I need to, and it just sounds great in every single position. I love guitars that have a few dings in them and a little bit of history to them, and I'm not real sure where this guitar has been on its road, but I love the fact that it has a cigarette burn in the headstock here. That just tells me that at some point somebody was playing this thing, and I like to imagine that it had been played, in some dive bars, and that it's got a lot of history and stuff to it. But it's funny the stories we make up for things. Anyway, but yeah, this is Raven, the Mistress of the Muse. One of my all-time favorite Strats. This is my Chapman Guitars ML1 Strat style guitar. I purchased this guitar through RNA Music in Canton, Texas, and I love the story behind this guitar and everything that this guitar represents. First of all, it's an absolutely beautiful guitar. Everything on it is pretty much still stock, still the same stock pickups, same Wilkinson trim system. The wiring is all stock. Everything in here is the same. The only thing that I've upgraded, I actually put the Graphtec string trees on the headstock here. But other than that, everything else on this guitar is still stock. What I absolutely love about this guitar is the story behind it. In late 2013, Ryan Lawley from RNA Music basically said to the YouTube community, "Hey, I've got a personal Chapman Guitars ML2. If anybody'd like to come by my store, they can try it out. And if you're interested in Chapman guitars, this is the deal." So, long story short, I went out there, tried it out, spent an entire Saturday afternoon talking with Ryan and just getting to know him and talking Chapman guitars. And a few weeks later, he phones me up and says, "Hey man, I'm going to the NAMM show in January, and I'm thinking about bringing back the Chapman guitars." And so I'm like, man, I'm sold. So we kind of talked through what I was looking for, ML1 and the antique sunburst finish, and he said he would see what he could do and all that. And I really like this for a couple reasons. One, it's super cool that it was at the NAMM show, that it was picked by the guys at Chapman Guitars as one of the guitars to feature in their booth to represent the best of Chapman. I think that's just awesome. Also, I love the fact that it's sort of the token of the start of a friendship. If you know me, you know that I love stories, and the fact that Chapman Guitars was sort of the thing that started a relationship, a friendship with RNA Music in Canton and me. I just love that, and so this is kind of a token of that. But yeah, it's a killer guitar. Absolutely love it. It's a beast. I call it the Dark Horse, mostly because it sometimes is pretty heavy and feels like I'm wearing a horse when I put it, when I play it. But yeah, it's a wonderful guitar, and I'm real happy to have it in the collection. This is my early 90s Mexico-made Fender Stratocaster. Absolutely love this guitar. I bought it from my friend Paul, and it's great. It has a wonderful neck on the guitar. It's a lot thinner than my Japanese neck. It's not as heavy as my ML1. I don't know anything about the early 90s necks as far as the parts, so if any of you guitar aficionados out there happen to know what type of neck Fender was using in 91, 92 era on their Mexico-made guitars, please put something in the comment section below and school me on it, because I would love to get my hands on a few more of these. This is just a great all-around guitar. I love taking this thing to band practice. I give guitar lessons on it. It travels with me, pretty much wherever I'm going. It just plays great. It sounds great. There have been no modifications on my part at all to this guitar. Everything, as far as I know, is still stock on it. Stock pickups, stock wiring. From what I understand, my friend Paul, he didn't make any modifications to it, and I think it has only had a handful of owners, like one or two. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a great little Mexico made Strat, early 90s, and just totally digging it. Well, there you have it, a rundown of my Strats. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, just drop a comment in the section below and let me know. Until next time, bye.